Hi there. Thank you so much for joining us today. We are going to be discussing training on the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. We are going to show you how employers see job seekers on their profiles. And so I'm hoping to give you a lift up on your profile so yours can be the one that an employer checks out because of it being full and robust and say the things you want it to say. So I wanted to give you a little heads up on how we started working with this job fair. It was because during COVID, employers needed an opportunity to connect with job seekers. And so we built this platform so that employers can connect with dislocated workers from COVID or people losing their jobs and wanting to find another possible way to make a living. And so this website was created. It's created by the Maui County Workforce Development. It was created with University of Hawaii of Extended Learning and the partners at Maui American Job Center. So we're going to go over the platform today with you. You are going to learn tools that you have available to you here on Maui, online job search websites, setting up your profile, creating a resume, uploading photos or a portfolio, and how to navigate and organize job opportunities. So we called it a new normal after COVID. That's what everybody called it. But, it really has changed the way we do business. A lot of business is done online now. So we had to get used to meeting people and doing interviews online using Skype or Zoom or WebEx or GoToMeeting. So we had to get used to not being in the same room with people, but being able to convey what it is we're trying to accomplish. So hiring processes have grown a little bit in time because we are not online all the time. So if somebody is trying to apply for a position, maybe I'll go on at 7 p.m. in the evening and I'll apply for a job. I probably won't get a response the next day. I might have to wait a week. And so we've had to learn how to not be so nervous about being online and then anxious waiting for a phone call. Sometimes we have to call back. So the process has become a little bit different just because we're using our online resources. And it hasn't been all bad. I think it's been really good for a lot of us to be able to have a better presence online. It's opened our eyes to a lot of things. The next thing I want to share with you is the resources that you have available here on Maui. I have two that I've been working with directly, the Maui County Virtual Job Fair and the Maui American Job Center. Both of those are two separate websites, but they are combined on the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. I love the opportunities or resources that are available to all residents in Maui County. And these are just a few of them that I would share with you. We have through the Maui American Job Center, we have the Dislocated Worker Program, and that's anybody who has been misplaced from work, whether it's been during COVID or you've been away from the workforce for some time. You have resources with the Maui American Job Center. I have a link here about Make My Next Move. It's actually my next move, and it was created by the U.S. Department of Labor. It's a place where you can hopscotch the possibilities of approaching a new job sector. And to me, that's invaluable. We have UHMC Upskill Training, which is amazing training, and it breaks it down to weeks and months and, sometimes years taking the training. But if you want to get quick upskilling training for employees or for yourself, they have some great opportunities there. We have the Small Business Development Center that is here in Kihei. Wayne Wong puts that together, and it's for anybody who has a small business or is thinking about having a business. Because we're talking about job seekers and opportunities, I wanted to share a few resources that you have available to you. So SBDC Small Business Development Center is one of those. We have SCORE, it's now SCORE Hawaii. So we do have mentors that anybody who's in a position looking for some counseling, business counseling, you can go to SCORE. So the next thing I want to share with you are the job sites that are available. So the ones I'm speaking about today is the Maui County Virtual Job Fair and HireNet Hawaii. The others are just common job sites that you can see, but the other two, the two that I'm going over, HireNet is for the whole state of Hawaii, and the Maui County Virtual Job Fair is just for Maui County, Maui, Lanai, and Molokai. The others, they have kind of the same possibilities of building your profiles and creating resumes and things of that sort, but they're for the nation and the world. So we try to stay close to home with the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. And excuse me, you can probably use the same techniques that I'm giving you today on any of those sites. So what I want to do with you now is I want to go over a profile that you create on the Maui Virtual Job Fair. A profile is a brief window into who you are, and the goal is to tempt an employer to want to review your resume. And it's not a laundry list of all your accomplishments. It's just a quick hello, and this is me. And so what I want to do is show you how to create that on the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. So the things that you're going to need, you can see there all the red lines that we have available to you. And these are things that I would suggest that you actually answer. When you create your profile, you'll get to your dashboard, and this is the whole dashboard that you'll be using. The first thing I want to show you is the picture, the profile picture. So this is probably one of the most important pieces that you're going to need to have. And a lot of people don't use it because they don't like how they look, or they don't like taking pictures of themselves, or they can't make it fit in the space allowed. So the reason why I think it's most important for you to have a profile photo is because you want to entice employers to click on you. If you have nothing there, or the generic picture that we actually put on there, it right there is like, it's not you. It's not telling us what you do, who you are. You don't have to put a picture of yourself there. Anything that you do, I'm in IT and social media. So if I didn't want to put my picture on there, I would put something to allude to a computer or a work desk or something that would show that's basically what I do. So I'd like you to think about that for you as well. We do have some tools that you can use to make the right size photo for you that I'll give you in just a little bit. But it's the profile photo that you need. This is a generic cover photo that it's fine to use, but if you have something you want to use, something you're proud of, other photos that you have that's going to say basically who you are, then add it. It's totally okay. These are the areas. You'll see the little asterisk next to the name, first name, last name, email, phone there. Excuse me. First name, last name, and email have asterisks. Date of birth and phone do not. The phone is up to you. Not everybody puts it on, but you're more than welcome to. And then we have a few more asterisks here. This sector that you are interested in is really important, because if jobs go on, if employers add jobs that are in that sector, you will be notified in your notifications that there's a job available that you might be interested in. So that is a mandatory piece. Job title is great also. You can be pinged on that as well. And then salary. I talk about this with the employers and the job seekers. It's totally up to you to put your salary needs in there. We have hourly, weekly, monthly, and I think yearly. So feel free to do that if you want to. It's not going to be a bad thing at all, but it's going to be up to you to do that. So the next thing we're going to is as we're setting up a profile, I want you to create a description. Now, a description is really important because this is the text that goes right alongside your photo. You want to make sure that I don't like to have more than 5 lines of text. 4 or 5 lines of text is plenty, but something that says, for instance, hi, my name is Nicole Fisher, and I am a social media marketer here on Maui. I'm eager to find employment with a company that wants to grow. I have experience, energy, and skills to be really good at this job. Maybe that's what I might put on mine because that's who I am and what I do. I have a little form that you could fill out that you could figure out a way to make it about you. But I gave you a little bit of help and I'll show you in my next screen. So we're going to need that description. We're going to need academic level. See, there's an asterisk next to that, in industry. There is no asterisk next to description, but I find that that's one of the most important things. It's going to be up to you, and I'll share a little piece with you so to make it easier for you to make yours. So academical level is important, and industry is important. The industry will ping you when there are jobs available for you as well. So that's really important. And academical level, some employers require certain levels of education. And so that one I think is going to be really helpful for both you and an employer. So here was mine. As I said, mine's quick. My name is Nico Fisher, and I'm a marketing consultant here on Maui. I'm eager to find employment with a company that wants to grow tenfold. I have the experience, energy, and skills to help you communicate with your current clients and your future clientele. Please consider my resume. So that's basically what I put because I think it's important to tell an employer who you are and what you're about. So here's mine. And then this one you can fill in. Hello, my name is, add your name, and I am or was a, whatever the position you held last here on Maui. You don't have to say on Maui, but I did, and I just put it in there. I'm eager to find employment with a company that wants to grow. I have the experience, energy, and skills to fill in the description there. Please consider my resume for this position. So that's something that you can use that will give the employers who are seeing your profile a little something extra, and maybe they'll click on your resume. So I would consider that. And since this class is how to be found easier and how to stand out, how to get noticed, this is how you do it. So this is about a resume. So after you've done your profile, that's just enticement to get the employer to click on you. So when you're building a resume, you can build one here on this site, or you can add a PDF that you already have. But I want to walk you through this process just so you can see the things that are needed and making sure that you have that on yours. If you are adding a PDF, you might want to take some of these pieces with you on and redo your website, and redo your resume. So I'm on the resume building part of my profile on Maui County Virtual Job Fair. This is basically when you click over here, we have this menu and it says my resume. So if you don't have a resume, you can build one here. And I really love the resumes that this one creates because there's some dynamic numbers and flashing and things like that that are pretty cute and pretty nice. And I like how this is set up. So anyway, you click my resume and you can cover letter. So there's a really funny thing about a cover letter. So when I was doing this class, I was researching cover letters and if they're used anymore. And when I was actually looking for a virtual job in 2020, I used this, and I used a cover letter. A cover letter typically accompanies each resume you send out. Employers use cover letters as a way to screen applicants for available jobs and determine which candidates they want to interview. So it used to be prevalent to have a cover letter. And then I read this from an Apple recruiter. I thought that was pretty funny. She says, cover letters are a waste of time, and they're on the way out, says former Apple recruiter. It's safe to say that many job seekers dread writing cover letters, and as it turns out, most hiring managers think they're a waste of everyone's time. So when I read that, I thought I would put that in here because I want you to decide. And I guess I would say is if a employer asks for a cover letter, create one. If they aren't asking for a cover letter, you don't have to have one. So we'll just leave it at that. And I'll go with the Apple recruiter because they do a lot of more hiring than I do. So they know best. So whoops, let me go back here. So you could put in skills, you can put up to 5 skills. So just add in the skills. This one has marketing, social media. I can't read that from here. Project management. You can have up to 5 skills. So I would add those and just write it in and hit enter, write it in, hit enter. And so you'll get this populated for you. Then you could have your education. So you can click add education and pop in whatever is important for you. Experience is really good to add as well. And you can add several pieces of experience. If you have a portfolio, you can add that here. And then expertise is kind of cool. So when you get in there and you're in the back end here, you click add expertise. And for me, I would say social media, and it would give me a percentage. And I have to actually put in the percentage of knowledge that I have of social media. We all know that social media changes all the time. Threads just came out. So that's a whole brand new platform that we have to learn and figure out. So I never say I'm 100% at anything because there's always room to grow, and things change so often that I just can't say 100%. So in social media, I'll probably say 80%. In marketing, I'd probably say 90%. Marketing is marketing, and it has been the same since radio, TV, internet. So that goes on the same line, but there's always something to learn. And so I like the expertise part. And then when you put that in, when you're looking at it, when an employer is looking at it from the front end, the numbers kind of are dynamic, and they jiggle and show the expertise levels that you have. And it's kind of cool. I really like that also. So when you get into adding skills into your resume, I just wanted to go over a couple of things that I find important to consider. And I'll give you examples of why and how I came to these points here. So one of the things that you need to add into your resume now are soft skills. And these are skills that you have learned along the way. These are things that you can include in your resume. You didn't really go to school for much of this stuff. You've just learned about it on the way. And I'm going to give you an example. Let's say that I was a childcare provider and I wanted to write a resume. And when I think of childcare, I think of a lot of different skills that you have to have when you're dealing with children. Problem solving, critical thinking, flexibility. Things don't happen as the way that you have planned, communication, teamwork. I mean, all of these are soft skills, and they are skills that we have learned along the way. All right. And then you have hard skills. Hard skills, when I was building this, I thought of a website builder. Hard skills tend to be more technical, and each industry or type of job will usually have its own required set. In this case, I used a website builder just because these are all the things that you're going to need to know if you're going to be building websites. And these are things that you've normally gone to school for, taking classes, getting your degree, these are skills that you have had to learn along the way, not like soft skills that just, you pick them up and you use them, not even knowing that they're skills. These hard skills, you have to know. If you're going to study data analysis, you're not just usually going to do that just by the experience. You have to go to school for these things. So hard skills are really important. So when you're adding information to your resume, consider adding soft skills and hard skills. That's going to be very important. So I was talking about the picture earlier, if you can remember, of creating the correct size. So typical sizes for profile photos on job sites are 200 by 200. Logos are usually 100 by 100 or 400 by 400. So I don't know if you have a logo or not, so I'm going to focus on the profile photo. Our profile photo is 250 by 250 pixels. So you can go to Canva, PicMonkey, or LunaPic. LunaPic is probably the easiest. You don't um, have to have an account. You can just create it, add your photo at the perfect size, download it, and then you can upload it here on the job fair. And then the next thing that is kind of interesting for me is uploading documents. And so, as I said, when I was looking for work, when I was looking for a virtual job in 2020, I think I was on Glassdoor and Indeed. And they both have opportunities for you to upload Word documents or PDFs. Both of those rearranged my Word documents. So how I had everything laid out, it somehow took a different form. If you want to use Word documents, you're totally okay to do that. It accepts it, but I would create PDFs. And if you don't have a PDF creator on most of us have it on our website, you can use these links to create PDFs, JPEG to PDF or Word to PDF. And so that's going to be real helpful for you. That's really about it as far as putting together a resume, putting together a profile, getting yourself set up on the virtual job fair. It's going to be really important for you to be noticed, to be found. And I think that is going to be very important just for you to get a job. And right now we have, gosh, how many? 535 jobs right now on the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. And we also have 276 employers. So you have here in Maui County, you have a ton of places you can go and take a look at. The virtual booths that we have on the front page right now, there are 30 of them, and they are all current, and they're all waiting for you to create your profile and then get connected, because that's going to be really important for you to get a job and for them to find the best employee for themselves. So for that, I am going to sign off. It was a pleasure talking with you. You can find me at the Maui County Virtual Job Fair. You can connect with me at MCVJFAIR, Maui County Virtual Job Fair at gmail.com. Again, I'm Nico Fisher, and it has been a pleasure to speak with you today. And I hope you're out there trying to find a great job and getting things done. If you need my help, I'd be happy to help you. All right. So long. Thank you so much for being with us today. I appreciate it.